All right, welcome to the following round. Round number 4. Round 4, right? Already forgotten. Yeah, okay. We're on the play here, and our hand's so great that I snap kept it before I even turned the recording on, just out of habit. I think I'm going to Thoughtseize to inform my looting here on turn 3, essentially. Plus, I sort of wanted to try and protect this Pyromancer. Looks like our opponent is playing Hollow One. We will happily take their only enabler in Goblin lore. All right, Foothills Pass. Gonna slam this Pyromancer to set up for next turn Manamorphose into looting. I think we'll probably be pitching the second looting to the first. Plus something else. Who knows? See if opponent found a new enabler, a new Goblin lore, Burning Inquiry, anything of the sort. Cliffs. They're going to cast a lore, which they discard a Flamewake Phoenix and a Bloodghast. Not bad. They got to keep their Hollow One. Hopefully they did not find another. All right. All right, I'm going to make red-black with this in case we find a discard spell or a fetch land to push. Or, wait, I'm sorry. This is a Hollow One. What am I saying? Never mind. Excuse the Fatal Push comment. We'll pretend like that didn't happen. I still don't really want to make red-red, though, as I'm not very inclined to double loot, I would imagine. Unless I drew, like, land, I guess. All right. Kind of want to double loot, but I have the land for it, so... Yeah, I mean, I guess we're double looting. Yeah. Maybe flashing back Lingering Souls would be better, but then it's harder for me to Reveler, so I don't know. Blood Moon, I'm sure they have more, well, I'm not sure, but it's very likely they have more lands here. This is just not really doing anything. Brutality versus push. Well, I'm casting Reveler next turn, so I guess I can target the Hollow One just for the token, like with my spare mana right now. Yeah, okay. I keep unselecting this by mistake. Yeah, I'm just going to pitch these. Target this for the token. And say go. So the only card we know about is the second Flamewake Phoenix. Our opponent's hand otherwise is entirely a mystery. All 5 other cards. All right, they do get their Bloodghast back. Not terribly scared of that one at the moment. Obviously, we wasted a potential Fatal Push on the Bloodghast, but having more mana next turn post Reveler is valuable to me, I think. More valuable than the 2-1 against my army of 1/1s. It's like an angler, I guess. Yeah, I guess they're just getting like angler and then return Flamewake Phoenix. They don't even get to leave any other cards, so they just delve everything else except Flamewake Phoenix, pay the 2, and then bring Flamewake Phoenix back. I imagine they attack with the hollow ones since now they have the angler on defense. I think I'm going to block. I have a lot of life to work with here, but these Flaming Phoenix, multiple of them can chip away at your life total pretty quickly. And I don't have... Oh, they just ship in with that. Okay, maybe they're afraid of trading Hollow One for, like, quad elementals. I don't think I would have quad blocked. Oh, well. I'm perfectly content with this. I guess best case scenario, we draw a land, but it doesn't really matter. Oh. That's a sad one. Still gonna do this. These two cards are very good, so I kind of don't want a looting. But, I mean, I guess milling 2 cards and generating a token is fine. So, suppose I do looting. The only thing that's keeping me back is that I'm not Revelaring next turn. Like, yeah, I'll just take the token right now. Yeah, that worked out just fine. Oh, I guess I could have pitched the Reveler, but the 2 modes on this I really do want to be Shatter Shock. Probably just cast this, but I guess, yeah. Guess if they had, like, Faithless Looting, they would definitely do that instead. Goblin Lore probably would do it. Burning Inquiry probably would do it. They do get in with the Angler. Angler, I'm a lot more incentivized to gang block with my tokens. Yeah, probably will. Darn. They heard me. Alright, well, I'll just take this block. Maybe they have land bolt. I mean, it's a free attack for them. If they have land, I don't really want to play around bolt here, I think. Plus, if they do have bolt, like, my life total, again, is already getting pretty heavily taxed, so, okay. Yeah. Alright, well, my line's pretty set in stone here. In combat, I think I'm going to Shatter Shock. I could attack with the Reveler. I think I really do like taking it slowly here, because I think I'm going to be able to take over this game with the resources that I currently have. So I don't think I need to make any sort of greedy line where I'm like trying to eke out some extra damage or trying to, I guess free damage would be a better descriptor, or trying to use the K command to end up killing both of these if they do block or whatever. Alright, so we are going to Shatter Shock as described. Shatter this, shock that. And then hopefully we can find a way to deal with this Reveler so they can't recur that Flame Wake Phoenix, since those are sort of the actual issue here at the moment. But I don't have a lot of clean answers for Reveler, or for Angler, excuse me, so it's not terribly likely, but finding Terminate would be great. Particularly on this turn. Go Inquisition Terminate would be a great turn for us, I think. This might just be another Angler here, or another Hollow one. Oh, it's a Street Wraith, okay. Well, I don't actually have a Swamp, so we're going to want to avoid that if at all possible. I'm kind of okay with an attack with Reveler this turn. This is going to be a tough game, I think, without a way to kill this angler, actually. It's going to be close, though. Yikes. Alright, well, at least we know about it. I think I can really only attack with this here. Don't really want to waste my bolt. I think it's going to be pretty valuable. And I'm getting a reasonable go-wide plan here to close out this one. Opponent really doesn't have an abundance of blockers. 6, 8. Yeah, we should just have lethal here. I do have one mystery card, but well, those have to attack. 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. So just block Street Wraith. This way, I can probably would prefer not to lose to Bull, right? So can I block with an elemental on a Bloodghast? Block, 4, 6, 8. Wait, actually, do I even have? Oh, I'm not counting this. Okay, so they block this, they block this. If I've chumped with one of these, I have 5, 7, 9, 12. I can't actually afford to block. So hopefully they didn't top deck Bolt this turn. Check it again. Yeah. Fatal Push would also do it, I guess, but less likely. Game 1. Do this now so we get our token if something does happen, but shouldn't really matter. I will not be living if they don't die here. All right, a close game. Okay, against Hollow One, I definitely like our Rakdos Charm. That's why our 5th Graveyard Hate thing is a Rakdos Charm, because of its relevancy against Hollow One being sort of having the overlap. Rakdos Charm is just a unique card in that it has overlap as a Graveyard Hate spell and also an Artifact Hate spell. But it is sort of kind of inefficient at both of those jobs. But it's sort of similar to Wear and Tear in that regard. Like, it's a kind of a bad shatter, right? But it's flexible, which in Modern I value really highly. Still not something I want a lot of, but something I like having access to. I don't mind the Fatal Push here, though it can be very clunky at against some of their other threats. It's sort of something worth thinking about. Similarly, Collective Brutality, because of how powerful Flameblade Adept is. Now, I do have a lot of other answers to Flameblade Adept, so I do not think Fatal Push will end up being a primary consideration, and maybe not the Brutality either, but it's worth sort of discussing, I think, at the very least. I don't want this Shatter effect. I already will have a lot of Shatters. We definitely want to get these out. I can shave on a Souls, though I think the card is fine in the matchup. Similarly, K-Command I think is fine in the matchup, but I could shave on it. Dreadbore I think is not really necessary, but having sort of additional Terminates for Anglers I think is good and indeed worth it. I don't hate cutting some discard here, but taking their Enablers is really valuable. Some of their hands can turn real clunky after some early discards, so that's kind of tough. And I don't want to sort of overboard Graveyard Hate-wise. They are a Graveyard deck, but they only have so many graveyard elements, right? If they're just beating you down with Hollow One, that doesn't really matter if you have the ability to surgical. I think I'm probably still going to end up boarding some of these in. I'm thinking that the Brutality is better than Fatal Push, but I'm concerned with that on draw. Still don't mind Manamorphose. I basically am only boarding these out against like Thalia and decks like that tax your mana somehow. Yeah. Like I said, I do respect Flameblade Adept a lot, and I'm worried that on the draw this isn't respecting Flameblade Adept enough. It's possible on the draw I should be siding out some of this action instead. These two seem a lot worse. On the play, I think I'll want more. I want the third Brutality, but maybe on the draw I'm not as interested. Yeah, this is fine. The extra Bedlam Reveler is a bummer, but that'll happen. It's not happened that many times today, so we should be happy with that. And we have Faithless Looting, obviously, to solve that problem. There it is, the Flameblade Adept, and I just have these discard spells, not a way to answer it, so hopefully our discard spells can take their enablers so this thing doesn't wallop me for a million. But we'll see. Depends on how many enablers they have over there. Just the one Burning Inquiry, I'll take it. Happy about that. They do have a Hazoret and a Hollow One as their threats. Obviously I have Thoughtseize to take one of those. Most likely Hazoret, but it is sort of dependent. This hand direly needs a Faithless Looting to clean itself up. It's starting to get a little clunky, but we'll see after we get a couple more cards. Hey, right there, we called it to the hand. Perfect. I feel like that's happened a few times today, which is probably why we have a reasonable record. Faithless Looting is a very good card in this deck, and in most decks that it's in. It's just a pretty dang good card. I think I'm going to Thoughtseize first. Why did they not play their Wooded Foothills? Must have been a mistake. Wonder if this means I do not take the Hazoret, just because they're so far away from it now. It just matters so much more than the Hollow One. I'm still going to take it. All right. Yeah. I probably should have draw stepped Surgically Extracted Burning Inquiry. And the reason is not because they could draw it, but more because I need this to be my 5th instant or sorcery for Bedlam Reveler. Plus it would be a reasonable draw. So yeah, I think I should have done that. Fortunately, our hand did not get really bad. But yeah, that's funny. I think I should have draw stepped the Burning Inquiry there. And we would have got super rewarded too. I imagine our opponent plays a land this turn. Well, we might be in trouble now. Another Flameblade Adept, yeah. What do they still have in their hands? They still have the Leyline. Well, that's fortunate for us at least. This costs 3, right? Oh, it already costs 2. Oh yeah, because we discarded another one. Okay, perfect. Either way, we're still gonna kill one of these, and then follow up with this. But We do not have profitable blocks, that's for certain. Drawing a surgical here would be like pretty sweet actually, since we get to surprise grow our Bedlam Reveler, but unfortunately not the case. I would probably hit the Goblin Lore if we had drawn one, but I would definitely wait until combat. Yep, I have nothing to say about that, so we are taking 5. Our next turn looks pretty great, though. Pyromancer and eluding. Pyromancer into Bolt, also quite good. I guess they'll probably be suspicious that I did not attack. So maybe I'm supposed to attack anyway. And just Bolt main phase. Like, I doubt my opponent attacks with their Hollow One now. I don't know. I'm pretty far behind. I probably don't want to play it that aggressive. Like, maybe they make a mistake and attack with it. And even if they don't, just having more blockers in case they were able to interact with mine is probably wise. Okay, let's start with this. But we're probably pretty good to go here. I think I probably don't Thoughtseize because I think the only way I really lose this game is getting like punked out by multiple bolts. So I think we wouldn't cast that. But either way, it looks like we got it. So I will see you in round number 5. See if we can secure the 5-0.